everyone, it's Jay. I'm not gonna do any effects. I'm not even gonna play any songs, and I'm not gonna even play the 45 minutes. This is just a rant, okay? And I'm sick, if you can't tell from my voice. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but still. I just want to say, you know what is so sad about society nowadays? It's like now anyone can carry a gun and kill, you know? And I'm one of those people that says guns don't kill people, people kill people, because you don't need a gun to kill, and you don't need a knife to kill. You don't need a lot of things to kill, because just simply saying, you know what, you're not worth it, go kill yourself, is killing someone, you know? Now, with that introduction, it's so sad, and now I'm being random. Anyways, so what had happened was earlier this week, 2 cops shot a man, and, I need to be, apparently 2 Caucasian, what appear to be Caucasian police officers shot an African American citizen. You know, people were outraged, and from what I gather, because I don't watch the news, and it's sad that I don't, so I don't really know the topic as much as everybody would seem, but here's the thing. It's better that I don't know what is the actual topic. That way, my voice should be heard, you know? It does not matter who started it. It does not matter anything. And like Kevin Hart said, we just have to, accept that our justice system is flawed. And, you know, we can work on it. Now, innocent people shouldn't die. Which brings me back to my point. So, apparently, a few citizens took it upon themselves to kill a few officers. I don't really know what's going on. So, what I'm going to do is, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to go on my phone, which I'm recording this on, and search it up on Google. Now, what do I put? Okay. Recent news. Recent shooting. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is WSJ.com. 4 police officers dead, several hurt at Dallas protest. Okay, now, bear with me. 2 snipers opened fire amid rally over police shootings of 2 black men, Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. I don't know how to say his name, so sorry to his family, sorry for butchering the guy's name, but let's just call him Philando C. Dallas. 11 police officers were shot by 2 snipers in Dallas Thursday night during a protest over police brutality, leaving 4 officers dead and 7 wounded, and throwing the city into chaos. The Dallas police chief, David Brown, said in a statement that the snipers opened fire on officers from elevated positions during the protest. Now, okay, which brings me back to my point. There was no... Okay. There is no excuse for shooting and killing people. I mean, think about it. Killing these 4 police officers who had nothing to do with the shootings does not somehow make that shootings right, you know? It's not an eye for an eye. And like the saying says, an eye for an eye makes the world go blind. Now, instead of calming things, people have escalated them. You know what I mean? Like, Okay, it went from the police brutality, which a lot of people can be outspoken about it, and everybody can say, hey, the police were wrong. No one's going to deny that fact that the police are wrong, but we have to go ahead and say whoever shot these two snipers who shot these police officers are even worse. Why? Because they have no excuse for holding guns, okay? They had no excuse to do what they did. Not that I'm saying the police officers had excuses. They don't, okay? Now, let's go... Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this is abcnews.go.com. Okay, now I'm gonna read what they say and then I'll just tell you guys what I feel about it. Okay, it's titled, A Look at Recent Police Shootings Involving Black Men by the Associated Press. July 7th, 2016 at 3:53 p.m. Eastern Time. The shooting deaths of two black men within days by law enforcement officers are the latest in a spat of such cases that have made headlines nationwide in recent months. A Minnesota officer fatally shot a man identified by relatives as 32-year-old Philando C. Because, like earlier, I can't pronounce his name, and I do not want to butcher it anymore. While he was in a car with a woman and a child in Falcon Heights. Okay, this is a typo. Anyways, a St. Paul suburb. The aftermath of the Wednesday shooting was purportedly live-streamed in a widely shared Facebook video which shows a woman in a vehicle with a man whose shirt appeared to be soaked in blood, telling the camera, "Please just shot my boyfriend for no apparent reason." A day earlier, 37-year-old Alton Sterling was shot and killed during a confrontation with two police officers outside a Baton Rouge, Louisiana convenience store where he was selling music and movies on discs. Cell phone video of the shooting, posted online by a community activist, set off angry protests. Here's a look at other recent cases involving law enforcement officers. Gregory Gunn, Montgomery, Alabama. Police officer Aaron Smith, who is white, had been charged with murder in the February shooting death of a 50-year-old Gregory Gunn. Officer Smith shot Gunn, who was unarmed, in the early hours of February 25th, steps from the man's home, according to police. Akia Denkins, a North Carolina prosecutor, concluded that a white officer acted in self-defense when he shot a black man in Raleigh. Police have said 24-year-old Akia Denkins pulled out a gun and reached for Officer D.C. Twitty's weapon before the officer shot and killed him in late February. Twitty was trying to arrest Denkins after he failed to appear in court on felony charges related to selling cocaine. Okay, you know what? This does not make sense whatsoever. Let's reread it, and I'll tell you what is shady about this. Okay. A North Carolina prosecutor concluded that a white officer acted in self-defense when he shot a black man in North Carolina. Police officers said 24-year-old Akia Denkins pulled out a gun and reached for Officer D.C. Twitty's weapon before the officer shot and killed him in late February. Twitty was trying to arrest Denkins after he failed to appear in court on felony charges related to selling cocaine. Now, let me read this part again and tell me... Okay, and tell me why... Let's just put it out there. Police have said 24-year-old Akia Denkins pulled out a gun and reached for Officer D.C. Twitty's weapon before the officer shot and killed him in late February. Okay, did he have a gun or was he reaching for the officer's weapon? I mean, if I had a gun, would I like try to grab somebody else's gun? Does that make sense? I mean, to a normal, I don't know if that's what the situation was, but this does not make sense. Let's go on. Freddie Gray. 6 Baltimore police officers face charges ranging from misconduct to second-degree murder in the death last April of Freddie Gray. Gray, who was 25 and black, died when his neck was broken in the back of a police transport van. He had been restrained with handcuffs and leg irons, but not a seatbelt. The death set off several days of rioting in Baltimore. The involuntary manslaughter trial of the first of those charged, Officer William Porter, ended in December in a hung jury. A judge acquitted 2 other officers in bench trials. Okay, wait a minute. I don't even know what to say to this. I mean, like, you know, the list goes on and on. Each one is more horrific than the other. Let's see. Walter Scott. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Of what?
The same thing you told me.
I'm not. Okay. Okay, can you. Vissa? You're not black. Okay. Another thing, there's no reason why a police officer would ever reach a gun when they shoot you. And if they shoot you, then it's going to be a problem up in here. Okay? Anyways, I got to get it for a second. Sorry. Walter Scott. Michael Slager faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted of murder in the shooting death of Walter Scott, who was shot and killed running from a traffic stop in North Charleston, South Carolina in April 2015. Scott was unarmed. The shooting was captured on cell phone video by a man passing by and reignited the debate over how blacks are treated by law enforcement officers. Slager, 34, who is white, was fired by the North Charleston Police Department and stands trial in October. Okay, this does make sense. I mean, the guy's running away, and instead of pursuing the guy and, like, tackling him, you're like, you know, I play, you know, I forgot. What is it called? Game of War? No.
Yeah, it is called Game of War.
I don't know any of those games where you shoot at your opponents. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm very good at that game, so I'm gonna point and shoot. I'm not making, you know, little of this. It's a very important issue. And okay, let's go with this last one. Actually, let's do. Okay. Okay. Akai Gurley. Okay. Peter Lang. No, can you move? Peter Lang, a rookie New York City police officer, was convicted February 11 of the manslaughter and the death of 20-year-old Akai Gurley. Lang was patrolling a public housing high-rise with his gun drawn in 2014 when he fired a bullet ricocheting off a wall, hitting Gurley, who was black. Lang, an American of Chinese descent, said he had been holding his weapon safely when a sound jarred him and he accidentally fired. In April, a judge reduced the conviction to negligent homicide and sentenced Lang to 5 years probation and 800 hours of community service. Okay, see, what I'm trying to say is this has been happening for a long time, you know, and I am not making little of this. And I know a lot of haters are saying, hey, you know what? She's a hater and everything. Just because I'm not African American, or of African American descent does not mean I am not outraged at how the minorities are being treated in the southern states and actually by law enforcement in general. Now, here's the thing. And let's be completely honest, okay? Caucasian people tend to not actually know. I know a lot of ghetto white people. And, I grew up with a lot of ghetto white people, not so much ghetto African Americans. Now, everyone's going to be like, oh, she racist. Let me tell you something. Middle Eastern people are considered Caucasians, okay? So we are Caucasian, okay? Now they have that where you can sign you're Middle Eastern. But when you come down to it, we all have that little European in us, you know what I mean? Like that 1%, maybe not even a 1%, the 0.000000001% that you're European. I mean, come on. It's not how it used to be where two Middle Eastern people get married and that's it. Now everybody's different. You got, interracial marriages everywhere. So, which brings me back to my thing. I do not condone the killing of police officers, no matter what your excuse is, no matter what is your agenda. Killing police officers whose job is to protect and serve this country is not a good thing. I mean, think about it. Police officers, the two most important careers, are the least paid careers. Teachers and police officers. Think about it. Just think about it when you try to reason. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to bed. So, good night, people, and, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, comment, whatever you guys want to do, just do it, okay? I gotta go. Peace out.